Check one, two. Hey, how are you? Jason here again. Nice sunny warm day or go for a little walk to the post office. Uh, I guess I gotta flip the video in post because right now it's flipped. So thanks for bearing with me on that one. How are you? Much more, what's the word? In better spirits today. I was a little heated, man. For some insight on that one, just watch the last vlog, if you will. Just thought I'd go on a little nature walk to the post office. That's how good of a day it's been so far. How are you? I'll flip the camera around just so I can cross the street and capture any evidence in case they try to kill me. Boom, Shagagan. Now I can film like butter with the gimbal. So this is a good test of the microphone, whether or not it's working or not. That is a particularly loud vehicle, so hopefully it caught the microphone and not the truck, but we'll see. I'm going to test this out a little bit later. Anyway, Funemployment update. Man, people haul ass around that corner. Look at that, man. If I ever die on this walk, it's going to be right here. Because people, that's a pretty bitchin' little truck. Um, People do not give any F's here. I'm going to try and keep my swearing down so I can not get run DMC'd by YouTube. Look at that. Straight up, no stop. No stop at all. It's like, all right, thank you. How many cars did not let me go by? That is today's question.
Wait, wait.
We're waiting to cross here. Let's see if I can flip this camera over. Oh, I got. All right, hey now. We're just going to the post office, and
Wait.
it's like it's like a Logan's Run out here, man. I'm not even joking. Beautiful day though. It's one of those super califragilistic California kind of days. Yeah, pay no attention to the big fat guy crossing the street. All right. So I had a pre-interview today, which is very hopeful because this one came to me, and unlike, here's the thing. Here's how most uh, what's the word? Headhunter slash recruiter calls slash go. You know, they usually call in from a foreign country. They don't know. They have not read your resume. They probably read a couple of lines on your LinkedIn profile, and that's about it. And they try and match you with a job that has nothing to do with your skill set whatsoever. I got calls for like industrial automation and, things like, hey, can you do AutoCAD? Hats off to those who can. I cannot. I know a lot of stuff, but I don't know that. Uh, but I got a call from a real recruiter through LinkedIn. Again, I said LinkedIn is a necessary evil in this world. I hate that it's the only game in town or the main game in town. I'll talk a little bit more about that as I get into it for this one. Sent him my resume, and he's like, hey,
Wait.
I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. Um, Please don't run me over. I think people see you with the camera, it's a little more visible. Anyway, uh,
Wait.
Man, this place with its highfalutin crosswalks, also docks. But yeah, it was a pretty good. And then we had they called me and chatted up, talked about the position, and then he talked about all the things that starting to talk salary and benefits, and I'm like, whoa, 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 one thing at a time. And it's a good thing, though. It's a good sign. So putting the feelers, putting the good vibes out there. Hopefully this one works out. It's good. It feels good to be wanted. It feels good to know that my skills are valid, that my experience is valid. So um, let's go, as they say. Speaking of which, going to a baseball game tonight. Pirates have lost 4 in a row. Holy shit. This team, man. I don't drink, but they make me want to. It's a different subject. But hey, so yeah, keep that in your forefront. Lots of things going on this weekend. It's going to be a busy weekend. I'm planning a lot of things. What else we got? Let's talk about pros and cons of LinkedIn. Okay, number one, everybody's on there, right? It's kind of I'm finding it's the main source. Used to be monster.com like 20 something years ago, dice.com, uh, all these various tech oriented resume mills, if you will. And now it's all zucked out, but Microsoft owns it. I don't like it because a large portion of the people on that thing talk like they're hot shit and talk just bullshit. I'm back. I'm gonna go walk into the post office and they'll probably be mad if I'm filming. All right, we are done in the post office. 9 out of 10 senior citizens love this post office. There's this glaze that people put on themselves and their posts. What being laid off for 25 days taught me about leadership. You know, just a just a lot of stuff that I hope it helps whoever it's helping, but most of all, it's helping the person who posted it. Sites like that are driven by engagement, by click-throughs, by interactions, things of that nature. They're not really geared for actually helping people. So yeah. So that's kind of my view on it. I say if you want to go get a job these days, you're in the tech sector, go with the principles, man. What's the principle? Well, you go to the site's direct item. You want to work for Disney? Go to Disney's career page. I, for one, do not, but that's just a for instance. All right, we're going to try and cross and not get killed here. But the hard part is, and this is the actual work that goes into pulling the resume. So there's 2 things, and these are some at least things that I've learned in the last few days of what needs to be done in order to even get a callback or even be considered. So there's a thing called ATS compliant. Don't ask me what it means, but so take your current resume, handcrafted, and run it through ChatGPT and do the following prompt. Say, please take my resume and format it into an ATS compliant resume.
Wait.
I'm going to wait. All right. An ATS compliant resume, because 10 times out of 10, when you apply for a job on a principal's website, they're going to shoot you into another, because they farm all this stuff out, right? They farm it out to about 5 different companies. And what it is it's just a resume mill that they use to house all the resumes for that specific job, right? And they usually go through things like ADP or Supply Online or something like that. There's about 5 vendors. And what happens is that if your resume is not 100% ATS compliant, it's going to look like garbage when you upload it. So you're going to upload it, and then it's going to have you like clean it up a little bit. Now, if it's not ATS compliant, you're going to just basically write your whole resume on that website, which is really a pain. I like doing things the easy way. So just write it once, ATS compliant, upload it. It should fill out all the fields automatically, and you should be good to go on a principle. That's a good way.
Wait.
Another way is to ensure that you're not oversaturating yourself. I've been looking for jobs consistently for the last 20 years, here and there. Always be on the hunt, man. There's no such thing as a sure thing, and you never know when that next opportunity is going to come up. And I've turned down some really good opportunities that, in hindsight, I probably should have jumped at. So keep working, keep pushing, keep hunting. I think it's going to work itself out. You know, for anybody who finds themselves in this position, man, stay hungry, keep going. Just because you're Gen Xer over 40 doesn't mean your skills aren't appreciated. So keep pushing. I'm gonna keep going. I'm not a quitter. I didn't quit the last job I was in. They just let me go. Check it out. There's like a bucket of piss in the side of the road. Maybe I shouldn't show that. I'll get Run DMC'd. Well, you know what it is? It's these Amazon drivers, man. They get they don't get any breaks, and what you gonna do but Gatorade bottle, right?
Wait.
So there's certain corners that have lots of Gatorade bottles, especially on the road to the Amazon doodlolly. Whoa! I swear, man, if I ever die, it's going to be in this corner. Oh, there's that badass little Japanese car again. Look at this guy go on the ride. That lady almost ran me over. You see that? This is why I run a camera here. Watch this. Watch this silliness. Oh, good. Nobody's going to come and run me over. I almost died there. Every day, it's like taking another risk going across that street right there. Alga Road and El Camino. Be careful. Also, where was I? Haven't heard back from the unemployment office since I've updated my questionnaire, updated my dates, updated my financials. So there's that. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to spin the camera back. There's that. So we'll have to see how that goes. I just want to say thanks for watching. There's billions and billions. Wow, people haul ass down this street. There are billions and billions of YouTube websites that you could have looked at, but you decided to look at mine. So for that, I thank you, and I think you're cool. I'm going to try not get too many docs in here, but oh wow, someone left the gate open. All right, here we go. Well, yeah, leave some comments, So that's my fine little bit of advice today about LinkedIn. If you want to apply for principals only. I should probably go take a look at my truck real quick. Like, all this guy does is walk and look at his truck. He is the most boring guy in all of YouTube's.